Hi guys! So today you join me in cooking some soup. I don't know how long it will take me. I cook soup quite often and I thought I will just film it and let you join in. Enjoy! So first ingredient we need is onion. I use red onion because their taste is not as sharp as the white onions. People always tell me they don't like to cut onions because of the crying they get from it, but you only cry if you have a knife which actually presses down on the onion instead of cutting it. So if your knife is sharp, there is no issue, because if it's not sharp, you will press it down, small chews of the onions will spray up, and that will then enter your eye, and that's where you cry. Or those people who cut the onion and afterwards put their finger in their eyes. So that is another way of the acid and the onions entering your eye. Next thing is some small green jalapeno and 2 red chilies. They are not too pepperish, but give a nice taste. But to be honest, after this I cannot touch my eye anymore. All the ingredients I use I already washed before. I didn't want to wash it on the video, it takes too much time. So don't want to give you another 2 hours video just to see me washing onions, washing vegetables. There's not much sense in it. What I use to fry the ingredients first, like the onions and the pepper, I pre-fry it. I use butter for it, it just gives a better taste. And then let me warm the pot on. Then we have some carrots. I know there are some people which say with a peeler like this you should peel up and down, but you don't save any time with it. In the opposite, you just endanger your finger too much. Usually I make this kind of soup with mushrooms, but today we're using asparagus because it's on season. These ones I still have to wash and peel, but we start with the carrots. I cut it chunky. I will boil the soup for a long while later, so the carrots will be soft, so they can be big. And they're also not part of the frying ingredients. The carrots will be added later, so they are just boiled in. One thing which gets fried in is the celery. That's why I have to cut it now. Take some clean cuts because it's a little bit dried out here. And then cut it down. In my opinion, celery gives the most taste if you fry it a little bit in the beginning. It will put its taste into the oil or butter, which is a good taste carrier. Then this is some spring onion leaves, which I will fry as well, at least one stick of it. And the rest is to boil in, so that you actually also see some of it when the soup is done. Don't forget to stir, not that anything burns on the bottom. By the way, this is a cast iron pan. It distributes the heat the best. You don't need too much energy. I'm using an induction stove here. So the heat is distributed very well, even up in the walls. And usually to boil the soup later, I will only use half of the energy, half of the heat setting I usually do. So it's really a blessing, this pot. So some yellow carrots. I don't really taste the difference, but this set of, we call it soup green, comes with it, and it kind of looks cool when you pull out a yellow carrot when you eat the soup. One important ingredient here is still, I didn't mention before, are hot dogs. My wife loves hot dogs in the soup. So they were frozen before, so I'm putting them in some hot water here in the sink to unfreeze, so I can cut them easier later. I could cut them frozen as well, but yeah, it takes a little bit more force then, and it's not really necessary. I was actually hoping to film something outside today, but even though that I took leave today, the weather is not really doing my day of justice. So I'm making a soup with you guys. This is starting to look very well. It also smells nice. I can feel the pepper in my nose and in my eyes, even though I used a small amount, but that is some really tasty pepper. And since it's not much in the pot right now except the pepper and some onions, it's actually a little bit sharper than it would be with more ingredients. I cut everything about the same size except the asparagus. Asparagus will be big chunks later. It's the first time that I cook it with asparagus, so I don't know yet if my wife will actually enjoy it, but I will let you know below. Sometimes I put some carrots in, potatoes additionally to the carrots, but no, today we won't. What is very important for my wife is also, apart from the sausages, that I always boil some eggs with it, because for every plate of soup she eats, she wants to eat one boiled egg with it. And That's why I will, at the end when the water is in, I will put 4 or 5 boiled eggs in it, which I just boil along with the soup and then later peel it and throw it in again peeled. So this one is fried enough, so I can actually start putting water to it. First I put 2.5 liters and then we'll see how much space the other ingredients take away. So then there's a little bit space here. Then I add 1 cube of spoons of soup spice. It's like a beef broth in cube form. A little bit of curry. Then of course some salt. Not too much, and some parsley. And a little bit thyme, because my wife loves the taste of thyme. All of these spices are dried. This way they are easier to keep. Now we wait till the water boils up again, therefore I close the lid and increase the power a little bit. So next is to peel the asparagus. Then I'll cut it in chunks like this. It's coming to heat. Then the sausages, we cut them small, not too small. Just nice bite size. And yes, we cut a lot of sausage in because this soup is going to last for 4 or 5 days. Especially on a day where it's cold outside and they said the next few days snow is coming in again. Or at least some cold weather, maybe not down that far down, that snow is coming that far down, but it's getting cold. Then to have a hot soup when it's cold is nice. Also before you go to sleep, you shouldn't eat too heavy, so a soup is just actually always nice. This one is coming out well. Then we wash the eggs. During washing you can also inspect the eggs, because if the eggs are cracked, they will open up in the soup, which I don't always want, so 5 eggs are enough. Then we put the remaining vegetables in and the sausages or hot dogs. And now it will boil. And then later, just when it's about finished, we add some olive oil on top for the taste and we are done. So now that the soup is done boiling, I get some cold water, then I get out the eggs, peel them and put them back in so they can take some of the spice of the soup. The cold water simply because I don't want to burn my fingers too much. So the eggs have a little bit chance to cool down before I peel them. So this one was a little bit cracked. I think that was the one where I dropped a little bit hard, the first one. Did I only put 4? Nope, there's number 5. I wonder. These are a little bit smaller eggs than usually, but at least they peel well because we bought them fresh yesterday at the local farmer. So, back in the soup. Let me clean this up and then we try and fetch 1 bowl of soup and see how it looks. The taste will be to determine by my wife later. After all, the soup is for her. So let's see. That's how it looks at the end. There's some onions inside, carrots, celery, asparagus, parsley, thyme, and hot dogs. I hope you enjoyed this video. I always like a thumbs up, and if you follow me, that would be great as well. See you next time. Bye bye.